increased danger associated with policing. We've had high-profile shootings in this country. We continue to have very high-profile stuff happen, and police officers lose their lives. Positive policing image has been distorted. Everybody has cell phones, everybody takes pictures. Sometimes you only get half the story, and it comes out on the media, and there's a very quick turnaround, so you're working against that. A strong economy, this is a big one, makes dangerous jobs less desirable. A lot of people seek a work-life balance. We've heard that in our society, and that's really hitting police departments because we work shift work. We work overnight. And then around us, we have lateral entry programs. We have a large number of vacancies in the DFW Metroplex, and I'm one of that age group that is ready to come out into retirement. And so all those groups are coming out, which is exacerbating all this stuff in the area. Also, DFW suburban cities are growing just like us, very rapidly. So they require additional staff. Next slide. Okay, this is what we're supposed to look like. We're budgeted for 46 positions, 30 officers, 11 dispatchers, 2 detention officers, 2 record techs, and 1 administrative coordinator. What we look like right now is 26, next slide, is 26 officers with 4 officer vacancies as of, not today, but on the 1st, we'll have our 4th vacancy come up. We have an officer go to another agency. We have 2 cadets that we hired in October, and they're in the North Texas Council of Government Academy, and they will graduate in March of next year. We have 8 communications officers and supervisors. We have 3 vacancies there. So we have a total of 39 employees. So next slide. What are the requirements to be either a dispatcher or a police officer? Well, all that stuff you got to have. And if you don't have that, you can't get the license. And so for police officers, you have to have that license before you begin working for us. For communications, it's a year-long process that you can get while you're working for us, but all that has to take place. So it's fairly intense. This is our hiring process that many of you may not be aware. So it's an application and background packet. There is a written test, and just for an example, we gave a written test last week where 8 candidates came in. 8 candidates came in, we had 2 pass. We're having issues with math. Simple case, that's math section. You have a series of 20 questions due in 20 minutes. It's adding, subtracting, they can't use calculator. So we're struggling with that. I think could be a generational issue, but we're trying to work out some of those issues. Each one of these is pass-fail. So if you don't, it's really about 93% of all applicants in processes throughout this area fail this process. We encourage them to come back after 6 months. We are now doing a polygraph. So, and that's really standard for most agencies. The panel interview is with members of the department, not me, and they give them interview scenarios to try to work them through. We have an extensive background investigation, a drug screen, and a psychological test, and then finally an interview with me. Next slide. So you can join the Forney Police Department. In the past, you had to be a licensed officer when you came here, so you had to have your license already to apply. With Pedro Moreno, the officer we sent to the academy, we are now, with the 2 cadets in, we're now on our 3rd, where we will send you to the North Texas Council of Government. But the drawback to that is we're paying them a cadet pay, but we don't see that until the 20-something weeks that it takes to get to the academy. The good news is we have a 2-year contract that they are required to serve with us after they graduate, and that has been no issue. But we're still trying to, next slide. So this is the good news. Our officers are best recruiters, and they're already stepping up and going out and trying to draw in some good candidates. Testing is now, used to be kind of quarterly, now it's ongoing. So candidates come in, we set it up, we have the written test and physical fitness part to move through it very quickly.